No, I'm not going to carry, so you'll meet with someone else. Uncle Prashant is here too. Let's go. You can go help them, Jeff. Okay, you come. Okay, Jeff.
सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तो सदा शिवो ग्रीं नमः शिवाय वृक्षरक्ष मृत्युंजय महा ओम हर हर नमः पार्वतीये पदहे हर हर महादेवा தென்னாடுடே சிவனே போற்றி எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவாய் போற்றி 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 ஓம் நம சிவாய 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 Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Aruperam Jyoti, Tani Perum Karuni, Tani Perum Karuni, Aruperam Jyoti. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo Om, Shivaya Namo Om, Shivaya Namo Om, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namo Om, Shivaya Namo Om, Shivaya Namo Om, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Shivaya Namaha, Shivam Shivagam Shantam Shivatman Shivodam Shivamati Pradhanam, Hanadosme Sadasivam Mahadevam Mahitaram Yajamavati Mahasyana Gurumande Mahamayanivadanam. Shivaya Namaha, Isana Sarvavityanam, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam, Brahmadikati Brahmanodikati Brahma Shivome, Asto Sada Shivom, Atyabhutyamugadam Sheshana Vishistaya, Asya Vardhamanaya, Shubhadito, Shree, Munsami Gavandanamane, Shivaloka Vaikunda, Atma, Shanti Puja Kalama Kanishe, Shivam Shivagam Jantam Shivatanam, Shivotam Shivavati Pradhanam, Shivasya Sadasivam, Mahadevam Maheshanam Maheshamam Masena Gurumandeva Vainivadanam, Namah Shivaya Bhagavanandam Bhagavan Ekaparatam Ninjalo, Nikantam Bhagavan Pokalyan Guruvisantam Bhagavan, Katam Kavan Yogi Mande Vishnu Bhavai Saroganatham Yadutama Vikuma Govinda 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 Ulagana Oda Guariavan Nira Ulavian Nirmanivian Alegazonian Ambalatanaduvan Malachilambani Vashti Vanangavo Malachilambani Vashti Vanangavo Malachilambani Vashti Vanangavo Om Tirasatram Balam.
Thank you, Guru. You can be seated. Okay. Warm welcome to everyone. Just a quick reminder, please help yourself to waters if you don't have some. The family is seated on the left. I think it's a solemn occasion, but we are celebrating and paying tribute to Selvan, Govender. Along the way today and this morning, this afternoon, I think we will all be going through some quick house rules. If I can start. So my name is Pillay. I'm the MC for today, being nominated by the family. So must grant everyone thanks for being here today, spending your time with us. What we'd like to get right up front is the Selvan family appreciates everyone in this room. We are also streaming live on YouTube. The YouTube links is at the back. If you would like to share that, please do so. We have the many other speakers today, and we will try to manage that in time. So I think along the way, if you bear with us. So on behalf of Priya, the family, again, once more, thank you. Your willingness to pause your own lives to be here today and just show your respects, I think is so much deeply appreciated. So we gathered here today, and of course, with Selvan, it's husband is a husband, he's been a father, he's been a grandfather, a son, a brother, a relative, a colleague, a friend to many of us. And we'd like to remember him, remember his life, with the love that he espoused to all of us, the relationships he built, also the imprint he's made on our lives along the way. So in the Hindu and Tamil traditions, we have a number of multi-linguistic and disciplined members here today that are present. We often say in the Hindu and Tamil tradition, we believe that while the body completes its earthly journey, the Atma, or the soul, has already begun its journey towards the next steps, next phase of life, and towards eternal home. So it's a very auspicious time for all of us and the family to be here. So I think with that few words, I'd like to also thank right up front Alvin, our main person to here today with the sound system, who is a close family member, also that will manage the music and the other speakers here today as we go along. The most important person in this ceremony as well is our Guru. It must be mentioned, Guru Rowan, thank you. So the last bit is just the other parts of it. Is in life we all have to go somewhere at some point, and that somewhere at some point is behind the hall. So there's a washroom. if you can please go through there, through the, all the way to the back, all the way this way through the back. So that would be appreciated. And we'll cover some of the other tributes soon. So in terms of the many people in this hall to share a part of their lives and Selvan's journey over the course of the 65 years, some knew him through family and again through friendship and through work and professions. And again, we want to thank the profession for being here, the friends for being there, the family for being here, and his passion, the golfers, for also being here, because we spent quite a bit of time with them as well along the way. Then, of course, we have this moment never to be forgotten. It's an indelible process that will be etched in our minds over the period. And through our strand of engagement representing our own lives, and together with the tributes you will hear today from all the speakers, you will get a total picture of and as we honor Selvan here today. So I would like to also then commence with the proceedings, the formal proceedings. So what we've done is we've lit the lamp, we've done a prayer, which we normally do. There's a prayer already being sung, so I think we are fine with that. The first tribute is going to be coming through Rowan. If you can make your way up and deliver your tribute. Okay, thank you. Please, there's seats in the front as well as you're coming through. There's plenty of seats. Please take your seats. Over to you. So Rowan is the son-in-law, is husband to Tanusha, and he'll deliver his eulogy. Definitely try to accommodate all the speakers today. Thank you.
Thanks. Good afternoon, everyone. What can I say about Uncle Selvan that you don't already know? He was unapologetically authentic. If you wanted honest advice, you asked him, and you knew you were going to get the truth. I can honestly say that I've been blessed with incredible in-laws. Uncle Selvan treated me like a son, and he became my second dad. Knowing that time was not on our side gave us the privilege of spending more time with him. Time we will always be grateful for. We had many deep late-night conversations, the kind that stay with you. One of the last things we spoke about was what truly matters in life. He shared what he called the 5 pillars of life. Number 1, spiritual faith and beliefs. Having something to ground you, to guide you, especially when life gets difficult. Number 2, family and relationships. Loving deeply, showing up for one another, and never taking the closest for granted. Number 3, community and support. Giving unconditionally to those in need, offering your time, love, and support without expecting anything in return. Number 4, physical and mental health. Taking care of yourself because you can't be there for others if you're not okay. And number 5, purpose and meaning. Having something that drives you, something that gives your life direction and value. He also believed in something simple but powerful. If you're going to do it right or don't do it at all. That's who he was. Someone who thought deeply about life and what he wanted, and he wanted the best for the people he loved. I asked for his blessing to marry Tanusha. I sent him a message. Hi Uncle Selvan, are you free this weekend? I want to have a chat. Within minutes he phoned me. I was nervous. I went through everything I thought and he might ask plans, responsibilities, the future. He just stayed quiet. The silence made me even more nervous. At the end, I asked, "Is there anything you'd like to know?" He paused and simply said, "No, I know you both are responsible. It sounds like you've thought everything through. I just want you to be happy." That was him. His family meant everything to him. Every birthday needed a cake. Every moment was worth celebrating. He loved deeply. He loved his cookie, his baby girl Tanusha and his sons, and his extended family, both the Ma's, Papa, Auntie Jahini, Uncle Naren, and everyone close to him. All he wanted was for everyone to be together. He leaves behind a legacy, one that lives on in all of us, in the values he shared, the love he gave, and the memories we carry. And through that, he will always be with us. Farewell, Dad. I have another tribute from Prienne. Dear Dad, you are the reason I have everything worthwhile in my life today. Every value I hold dear, every virtue I try to live by, to the moral compass I follow, they all come from you. You didn't teach me these things. You wove them into who I am through your example and your quiet strength. I carry the belief that I am able to overcome anything because of you. My path hasn't been marked by the same hardships you overcame, but I've benefited every day from the wisdom you earned the hard way. You shielded me from what you could, yet passed along the lessons so I could stand taller because of them. I'm endlessly grateful for every piece of guidance you've given me, every sacrifice you made, every moment you stood by me. I simply would not be the man I am today without you. You shaped my heart, my character, my life more than words can ever express. I promise to carry your legacy forward, not just in what I do, but in every day. You gave me such a solid foundation that the possibilities for our family are endless. I love you more than I can ever express, Dad. With all my heart, Prienne. Thank you.
Thank you. Rowan, thank you very much for that. It was really, really solemn time and very apt, all the words you used. We are coming through to the next speaker for the day. Before getting there, I'd like to mention phones on silent, please, if you can. And when we are about to conclude with a vote of thanks, we will allow everyone in the room to pay respects. So what we would like at that point is to make an aisle along the other side of Selvan's coffin. Wish and respect the family, and then you can make your way out. So we have a quick loop going around, avoiding coming towards the picture side. Please, thank you very much for that. Then we are in a journey. So we have Janie, Selvan's sister, that will be coming up. Janie, are you ready? You can come through. Thank you. And is Merlin around? Merlin? It's coming. Okay. Okay. Yes, that's 3 tributes. That's fine. Thank you. No problem.
Heavy heart, but grateful to be able to honor and celebrate a life that was anything but ordinary, the life of my brother Selvan. Sunday, 30th April 1961 was a very happy and joyous day for my parents. On that special day, they were blessed with a baby boy who would grow up to be an exceptional and rare individual to his family, his friends, and to all who had the privilege of knowing him. Family and friends often speak fondly of his kindness, his caring nature, his wisdom, which he so freely shared, his infectious laughter, and not forgetting his dance moves. Selvan was caring in a way that made everyone feel seen and heard, whether it was through a kind word, a helping hand, or simply being there when it mattered most. He gave of himself fully. He had a presence that cannot be replaced. Selvan was a soul so pure, so genuine, and so full of love. He gave so much of himself to others, never expecting anything in return. As a son, Selvan was devoted and respectful. He honored our parents through his actions. He carried their values with pride and always made sure they were cared for and loved. And this is a little tribute from my mom. No mother ever imagines a day like this, but I thank God for the life you lived, for the man you became, and for the love you gave us all. You know, Selvan truly honored my mom and dad. He made sure that they had everything they had. Even when they were ill, you just have to give him a phone call, and he was there. Whatever they needed, he was there. Always there. And as a brother, he was a pillar. He was protective and dependable and always present. He shared in our joys, stood by us in our struggles, and never turned away when we needed him. Having him as a brother was truly a blessing. And the last week, I went and visited with him. I spent time, we chatted. And even though he wasn't well, he was so sick, he said, "Thank you for coming and spending time with me. It is so special." That was Selvan. When he wasn't well, he was so grateful for things that we did for him. Selvan, the pain of losing you is something words can't fully express. But even in our grief, we thank God for the time we had with you, for the memories, the laughter, and the love that will never be forgotten. Though you are not with us physically, your spirit lives on in each of us in the lessons you taught us. And especially in the bond you strengthen within our family. Even during your illness, you were still concerned about our well-being and often checked up on us. To Priya, I just want to say thank you for loving Selvan the way you did, for being by his side, for caring for him, and for being his strength and through everything. In you, Selvan found comfort, companionship, and true love. And for that, my mom and I will always be grateful. To Yuveshan, Tanusha, and Prienne, there are no words that can take away the pain you feel right now. But know that your dad was an extraordinary man. You are his pride and joy. Hold on to the beautiful memories you shared with him and never forget how deeply Dad loved you. And I know without a doubt that Yuveshan, Tanusha, and Prienne, I know Dad's legacy will live through y'all. Every time y'all are kind, every time you lend a helping hand, every time you love one another, Dad will be living through you. Mommy and I will miss you dearly, Selvan. You fought the good fight. You finished the race. We will always love you and you will be dearly missed. Rest peacefully till we meet again. The next tribute is from his dear beloved wife, Priya. To Selvan, my husband, my soulmate, I write down this heartfelt note for you, my loving husband, Selvan, and to cherish how special you are to me. My heart is full with joy, love and respect for you, and you deserved it all. You were an incredible husband, father, and grandfather. You were a selfless man because your caring nature knew no bounds. Selvan, you were not just a husband. You were my soulmate, caregiver, bestie, lover, and confidant. You were a strong partner in every sense. You fulfilled all the responsibilities of our family with great grace and dignity. Our marriage journey of 40 years was beautiful because of your uncontainable commitment and contribution towards it. As I mentioned, being a loving husband, you were amazing at being a father to our 3 children. And our granddaughter, Michaela, was another facet of your character. That fills my heart with loving pride. I feel blessed that you shared a good and close bond with our children and our precious granddaughter, Michaela. You were definitely the hero of all our lives. Selvan, you were the pillar of our family that held us together, and you were the source of endless love and support. Thank you for being an amazing person and partner. And thank you for being an incredible father and granddad. You were truly one of the best blessings of our lives that we are grateful for. Yours forever and always. All my love, Priya. I've just got one more tribute to read. This is from our cousin Ganson and family from Canada. And he says, I have asked Janie to read my memories on behalf of myself, Ganson. I am writing this with a heavy heart, but also with deep gratitude for having had Selvan in my life. Selvan was not just my nephew, he was someone I grew up with, someone very close to me. I spent many of my school holidays with his family, and those are some of the most cherished memories of my life. From humble beginnings to becoming a CEO, Selvan's journey was truly inspiring. But what made him special was not just his success, it was who he was as a person. He was kind and always down to earth. He believed that if he was successful, those around him should be too. He lifted people up. That was his nature. Family gatherings will never be the same without him. Selvan brought something special into every room. Without him, the party just felt incomplete. He had a way of making everyone feel comfortable, making sure everyone was enjoying themselves. No matter your age, he made you feel important. I will always remember his bright smile and the warmth he carried with him. Selvan had a gift for learning. From a young age, he picked things up quickly, whether it was learning to drive or joining my dad and his grandfather on fishing trips. He had patience, determination, and a quiet confidence that helped him succeed in everything he chose to do. I remember asking him once how he managed everything, family, work, and studying for his master's degree. It seemed like so much to handle. He smiled and said, "Gan, you have got to work hard to be successful, but at the same time enjoy what you are doing, buddy." That was Selvan, wise, positive, and always grounded. I moved to Canada 25 years ago. He was always supportive and a guiding light to me during my struggles I had encountered in my personal life. To Priya and the kids, to Akka and Janie and the whole family, today we lost an extraordinary human being, Selvan. Your sadness and grief during this most difficult time in your life is shared by our deepest condolences and love. My brother Selvan, we have lost you, but your dad and ancestors in heaven are rejoicing. The fun starts now. I know what you're going to tell me. Let's celebrate your life and remember each one of us is important and we have a purpose in life. I hope I make a difference in our society and touch people that I encounter in my life. I am confident that Selvan has touched many that are present here today. Selvan was a true gentleman, rare and genuine. In today's world, we need more people like him. He will be deeply missed by all of us, but his kindness, his spirit, and his love will live on in our hearts. Rest in peace, Selvan. From Ganson, Myla, Kamira, Prienne, and Joshua from Canada. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for those three tributes, Sarah, Jenny, and very touching. And one being so close to Selvan, spending so many times, good times, memories that you guys hold, I think, is just too many etched in your minds. Thank you for that as well. I think we really are grateful to have family members like this around that can really express their feelings towards Selvan and share that with us. It's often not easy to do so. Priya, thank you for those words as well, really. I think more so. The next speaker we have in this segment is Michelle MOONSAMY. They say she's a pocket dynamite. She's Perco Group COO and has spent the better part of last year stressing a lot about all other activities in the organization, along with the team, the board, the members of the support team, the family, of your guys' families as well, and the efforts that you put in here. I think it's only fair. So from the university fraternity, from the professional fraternity, from PERCO, from all the PERCO staff as well, thank you for being here today. It will be so much appreciated from everyone, including the family. So please, it's over to you, Michelle, if you'd like to. I'll try and help you here.
Greetings in love and prayer. I am deeply humbled to stand before you today and to share a tribute on behalf of the higher education sector of South Africa. In honor of our Group CEO of PERCO SA and PERCU, Mr. Selvan Govender, a leader who faithfully served a membership of close to 65 higher education institutions for 18 years. I'm led to believe this was the biggest part of his working experience. Today I'm joined by our chairman, Mr. Naimula, senior executives from our institutions and vice chancellors, together with our dedicated PERCO SA staff, as well as board members, member institutions, business partners who join us both here and online. While this moment is filled with emotion, I choose to stand in honor, to celebrate a life well lived, a life of purpose, a legacy that will continue to shape generations to come. Reflecting on my own career spanning almost 30 years, nearly half of which was under Selvan's leadership, I can say with certainty that he was not just a CEO, he was a leader of profound impact. Selvan led with purpose. His passion for higher education was anchored in one unwavering belief that our work must always serve the future of our students. He fulfilled his calling with conviction, humility, and excellence. He led not by title or position, but by example. His integrity, moral strength, and consistent values were evident in every space he occupied, professionally, personally, and in his relationships. He was a giant in the sector, driving excellence, championing transformation, and shifting mindsets. Even in the face of adversity, he remained resilient, always pressing forward when others hesitated. He embraced change without fear and made decisions with clarity and courage. Yet, beyond his professional strength was his humanity. Selvan was simple, humble, and deeply authentic. He spoke his truth with grace and conviction. Under his leadership, you did not just grow professionally, you grew as a person. He taught us to be resilient, to know our worth, and to lead with both purpose and passion. He invested in people, seeing value in every individual regardless of their background. And every encounter with him left you with something to reflect on. He believed in discipline and commitment. Punctuality, being on time, was not just a habit, it was a principle, just as one holds value to religion. By no means we are here to say there is perfection, but Selvan was one who made perfect sense, especially when navigating the unknown. His mind was sharp, his problem-solving remarkable. Even through illness, his strength and clarity never wavered. He also taught us something many leaders struggle with, the importance of having a backbone. Selvan stood firm in his convictions. He was never afraid to make the difficult decisions, even when they were unpopular or misunderstood. He reminded us that leadership is not about comfort or approval, but doing what is right with integrity and courage. In moments of uncertainty, he was steady. In moments of pressure, he was resolute. That strength of character, that quiet and unshakable resolve is one of the greatest lessons I take forward as a woman in leadership. But today we also remember the warmth he carried. His laughter was unique, loud and full, could light up any room. His hugs were sincere, a true expression of connection and joy. He had a way of making people feel seen, valued, and welcomed. I had the privilege of engaging with few of his close friends while preparing for his Lifetime Achievement Award. The brief I was told I'm yet to engage with a group of retired or almost retirement uncles. But to my amazement, I was met with a group full of wisdom, humor, and deep bonds. Their presence, one could understand Selvan even more, his joy, his stories, and yes, even his confident dance moves. And while those dance lessons should have been taken more seriously, it never stopped him from leading the way at Perco SA events, ensuring they remained vibrant, unmatched, and full of life. At the office, his presence brought energy to our social activities. Selvan showed up fully, and if you were on his team, chances were high that you were going to win, not just because of skill, but his determination and spirit not to lose, even if it means rewriting some of the board games. He brought people together, ensured no one was left behind, and celebrated every victory with unmatched enthusiasm. Selvan planted seeds of wisdom, courage, and integrity that have taken root in all of us. Many of those seeds have grown into flourishing gardens, and in many lives into something rare and beautiful, like his pride rose garden. To Priya and the family, I speak not only personally, but on behalf of the entire Perco SA community. We are deeply grateful. Behind this remarkable man stood a pillar of strength, love, and sacrifice. Priya, through Selvan, I gained a sister. Your support enabled him to serve with such dedication, and for that we remain forever in debt. The pain of this loss will not simply pass. Time may soften it, but his absence will always be felt. Yet today we are reminded to honor him in truth, to be genuine, to be authentic, and to live the same life with purpose he exemplified. My CEO, rest well. You will forever be cherished by your staff, your colleagues, and the entire education community. As we say farewell, we hold on to the comfort of God's word. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds. You left us better than you found us. You definitely left us better than you found us. Your journey was meaningful, impactful, and truly well spent. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. I think that was so apt, and the rest of the staff, I'm sure, would have appreciated every word that you said, including the family. I also know the hours that he used to put in after hours, basically, and the passion that he had, his professionalism, and the work ethic and spirit. It's like it's in his DNA, and he has already passed that on to so many others in his nurturing spirit that he is. You can see it also in his family and the family members in that way. So really, really appreciate it. And thank you again to the team from PERCO, the whole organization, CEO, executives, the universities, the technicons, maybe the whole fraternity. Thank you so much for making time to be here today. We're going to play a clip now. So Ununas is one of Selvan's dear friends, also serving as a professional colleague. He couldn't make it here today. He's residing in Malaysia. So he sent in a clip, and we will play the clip now through the system. Thank you.
My dear friend and brother Selvan, where do I even begin? Because when someone like you leaves, you don't just lose a friend or a brother. You lose a significant presence and light in your life. Someone who had a way of making things feel steady, even when life wasn't. Selvan never asked for much, but he gave so much to everyone around him. Not in big loud ways, but in the quiet, consistent ways that truly matter. As a husband, a father, a brother, a son, a friend, and so much more to all of us here today. And someone who always put others first, without ever needing recognition for it. I still remember when this difficult journey of his began in January 2025. A battle we didn't fully understand at the time, one that came quietly but would change everything. And yet the way he faced it never changed. He met it with calm, with courage, with a quiet strength that never needed to be spoken about. No complaints, no fuss, just acceptance and resilience. That was Selvan, During this journey of his, Selvan saw things differently. The small things became important, and in his own way, he reminded all of us to slow down, to notice what we usually rush past. Just being able to walk, to breathe easily, to wake up and have the strength to go about your day. Simple things that we take for granted, but things that are actually everything when it's gone. And even then, his focus was never really on himself. It was always on Priya, on his children, on his family, making sure they were okay, making sure they were taken care of, making sure they felt supported, even when he needed it the most. That was just who he was. Later in the year, when things became more difficult again, he carried himself with that same steady presence. Not always easy, but always grounded, always composed. We had some honest conversations about what the road ahead would look like. Conversations that are never easy to have. But what stayed with me was the calm that he carried. There was a quiet understanding, his sense of acceptance, and an inner peace that I think many of us would struggle to find under the circumstances. Even in those moments, he remained the same person we all knew, still thoughtful, still present, still thinking of others, still asking how everyone else was doing. And when we spent time with him, you could see what mattered most. Not the big things, not the noise of life, but the moments, the people, the life he had built, the love around him. That was everything to him. And maybe that's what he leaves us with. A reminder to slow down, to appreciate what we have, to not wait for difficult moments to realize what really matters, to hold our people a little closer, to say the things we often leave unsaid, to show up for one another the way he always did, because that's how he lived. My brother, you are never alone, and you never will be. You live on in the lives you have touched, in the love you have given, and in the memories you will carry with us every single day. Rest now, for you have earned your peace. Know that you are deeply loved, and you will always be dearly missed. Until we meet again, love, Ununas.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a fitting tribute from Ununas. We are grateful for his input, though he couldn't make it here today. I'd like to proceed. The next speaker is Tanusha. Are you okay? Rowan, can you manage? Selvan's daughter, who has also been a pillar of strength to the family, like the sons, as well have been. Would you like to sit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Can you just manage this?
Come on.
thank you all for being here today to support me and my family through this extremely difficult time. I would like to share a celebration of a remarkable life and what my father meant to us. Selvan Govender was born on the 30th of April, 1961, in Duffs Road, Durban, to the late Parsuram Govender and Munyama Govender, who peacefully departed from this world on the 26th of March. He began his professional journey at the young age of 18 as a laboratory technician at NCP. Through unwavering dedication, perseverance, and integrity, he progressed through several roles across different companies, steadily building his experience and reputation until he ultimately rose to the position of regional manager at Air Liquide, where he served with distinction for 14 years. His remarkable work ethic and leadership ultimately led him to the role of CEO of Perco, a position he fulfilled with pride, humility, and steadfast commitment for the final 17 years of his career. In 1986, at the age of 25, he entered into marriage and was blessed with 3 children: Yuveshan, Tanusha, and Prienne. His greatest joy came with the arrival of his beloved granddaughter, Michaela, on the 27th of August, 2017, marking the beginning of a cherished new chapter as a grandfather. His children and grandchild were the very center of his world, and he loved them with a depth that was boundless, constant, and unconditional. Selvan was a man of quiet strength, remarkable diligence, and enduring resilience. He carried himself with humility, yet his actions spoke volumes. Selfless to his core, he consistently placed the needs of others before his own, offering support, guidance, and love without hesitation. Selvan had an enjoyment for sports and the sense of connection they brought into his life with friends and family. He enjoyed playing golf regularly with friends, valuing not just the game, but the camaraderie and laughter he shared during games with friends. A devoted Liverpool supporter, he rarely missed a soccer match and took great joy in following the team. He also had a strong passion for rugby, often attending matches in person and cherishing the privilege of meeting the Springbok team. Beyond sports, he found peace and pride in his beautiful rose garden, dedicating time and care to it, and even taking classes to master the art of grafting roses. He found true happiness in the presence of family and friends, and his warm spirit and gentle sense of humor brought comfort and joy to all who knew him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for that, Tanusha. Much appreciated. And touching as well. We've got 2 more speakers, and we have the vote of thanks that's left, so please bear with us. we will ask as well to make up some time that if when we are done, we need to maybe perhaps have your respects or pay your respects very briefly as possible, because the time at the crematorium is limited for us. It's a very short window open. So I'm going to ask the next speaker, Brian Naika, a very close friend and family to Selvan, to pay his tribute.
To Selvan's beloved family, his dear wife Priya, their children and spouses, Yuveshan and Renee, Tanusha and Rowan, Prienne, their granddaughter Michaela, to Selvan's dear mom, his sister Janie and her husband Marlon, and their children, to Priya's dear mom and Priya's dear family. Or as Selvan would say, how's it? A typical telephone call from Selvan to me, and it was very regular, was, how's it, Brian? And I would say, I'm good, Selvan. How you doing? And he would say, what's happening? That was the start of either a short call, a medium call, or a very long one, depending on what we were chatting about. But irrespective of what it was remarkable, and everyone unforgettable. We come together to celebrate a remarkable life. A great friend and colleague to me, an exceptional human being, but above all, an extraordinary husband and father. So, for Selvan to ask you, while he was still alive, to stand and speak of him when he is gone is a remarkable thing. A precious gift. And for me, a singular honor. I met Selvan in early November 1991 as we embarked on our graduate studies, and the initial interaction was unforgettable, all of 35 years ago. I am blessed to have met him. He spoke to me with such ease, such care, and most important of all, he inspired me on that first meeting. I will never forget it. Over that period, and over the past 35 years, I got to know Selvan as we formed a close bond of friendship, family, and colleagues. His ability to keep all those relationships balanced and principled was a remarkable thing. A person I could call on any time and speak about anything, and he was always there, even when I was thousands of miles away during my time in Canada. Our brief chats and deep conversations would cut across our families, managing our parents as they were getting along in life, friendships, politics, our careers, food and cuisine, which Selvan was an aficionado at, our health, our spirituality, to name a few. And of course, it always ended with, when is or what time is our next tee off, Brian? Selvan loved sports. We heard of the rugby, We heard of the football, we heard of Liverpool, but above all, he was passionate about golf. Bear with me. Around the 2000s, almost a decade, during the 2000s, we would have a standing tee-off at Monumental Golf Club at 6 a.m. in the morning, and that's a Sunday. Selvan would call me up on Saturday night and say, "Hey Brian, don't forget, 6 a.m. Sunday morning, tee-off Monument Golf Club, courtesy of our dear friend, Reggie Marimutu, who's here today with us." We'd get on the tee, and he would call me up at 5:30 on Sunday morning, like, "Hey Brian, you in the car?" "Yeah, I'm in the car, all right. Half asleep, but I am driving." And we would get to the golf course. We'll get on the 10th tee. Selvan would get up first, grab his driver, tip his cap, take a sip of Energade, and we lined up behind him ready to drive. He'd look out on the fairway, this beautiful sight at 6 a.m. in the morning. The birds are starting to chirp, the grass has dew on it, just a beautiful sight in front of us. He'll turn back to all of us and say, "Tune." Now, tune could have meant anything. Tune could have meant, what do you guys think of today? How well are we going to play? What's the next 6 to 7 kilometers pushing a cart that's weighing about 10 to 12 kilograms going to look at? So tune became almost a word in our lexicon. So I'll never forget that. And thanks for indulging on that story. He had exacting and demanding standards. No compromise, and we've heard so much of that today. Some of Selvan's famous phrases included, "You do it well, and with the greatest passion, or you forget it." His attention to detail, well, I guess I found my soulmate in that regard, complemented our outlook on things, especially during our studies. As we navigated a very, very arduous course, wondering why did we bestow this punishment upon ourselves. But anyway, we succeeded, and also on our careers. The standards would not slip. It was always details, baby, details. That's what he would tell me. A highly prepared and organized man on all fronts. He led with purpose and with great energy. His ability to connect people from far afield. And while I was sitting there, I just received a message from Port Elizabeth, Nelson Mandela University. And that's really what the point is. He could bring people together, which is extraordinary. Selvan always maintained that no one can ever reach perfection. Never. But we must always strive and strive ceaselessly and travel as close as possible to the curve being hard work, dedication, excellence, and that's what it's all about. With Selvan, the mission was always bigger than ourselves. It's not about us. What are we accomplishing? How are we accomplishing it? We are blessed to have had him in our lives. A remarkable friend and colleague to me. As great sadness engulfs us today, I am reminded that we should not be sad. Rather, we should smile and treasure Selvan's greatness, which touched our lives for such a long time. And we are better and we are richer for it. We smile because it all happened. Rest well, Selvan. It will not be the same without you. Never. One of the best things God did was to put Selvan on this earth. And for me, meeting Selvan on that glorious sunny November morning back in 1991, our thoughts and love are with Priya and family. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. We are going to be calling upon the next speaker, that's Yuveshan. You can come to the front. You've got time constraints, so please come forward.
Today we gather to honor the life of my father. From humble beginnings, he built a life that defined by purpose, strength, and integrity. Through hard work and determination, he became the CEO of PERCO SA and PERCU. Not only on the company, but the education sector and thousands of lives. But to us, he was never defined by titles. He was our father, our guide, our protector. A man of discipline with many values rooted in God, trust, honesty, and loyalty. A man who lived with quiet strength and deep purpose. His work ethic and attention to detail is unmatched. I've never seen anything like it. He worked tirelessly to give us everything, to provide, to protect, to build a life for us that any child would dream of. And today, it is painful to say that he never truly got to enjoy the peace and calm of the life that he worked so hard to create. He loved his family deeply. Family was everything to him. He always wanted everyone together, always. And his love for my mother was something truly unmatched. A love so deep, so strong, words cannot describe it. They stood by each other through everything, through every storm, through every season. My mother stood by him until his very last moment. To me, this is a true definition of love. He loved his parents and his sisters dearly. That love was deep and shaped the man he became. He was a man who loved helping people. One of his friends shared how a reference letter from my father that he wrote helped him secure a job in Canada, halfway around the world. He was also a man who loved helping people. One of his he had a remarkable life. Traveled to over 30 countries. He visited all the wonders of the world. And he embraced learning, always growing, always seeking knowledge. Education was close to his heart, and education was close to his heart, and it shaped the man that everyone came to love and respect. In his younger years, he was a serious fisherman. He loved fishing and would always treasure the stories he told me. Stories about his life and about my great-grandfather. Those memories were more than stories. They were pieces of him passed down to me. He also loved golf. It was his escape, his quiet place. And in his later years, he became dedicated to the gym, committed to living a healthy and disciplined lifestyle. He was a man who could walk into any room, any crowd, and any setting and blend in. That was one of his greatest strengths. Despite the great power he held, he never abused it, never took advantage of it. He led with humility always. His guidance in my life shaped me in many ways I cannot fully explain. I believe I tested his patience the most, and yet he never gave up on me. He stood by me, he guided me, and he always wanted me to become the best version of myself. That is how I know his love was real. Patient, enduring, and unconditional. He had a deep relationship with God. From as early as I can remember, we would begin every year with a 9-week prayer. That speaks to the devotion, his discipline, and his faith. He also loved curry, something so simple yet so him. Even when there was takeout, my mother would still make a curry for him. That is who he was, rooted in tradition and the things he loved. He had a beautiful granddaughter who he loved deeply. Their bond was special, unique, and filled with love and joy. She could ask him for anything and he would give it up. He impacted thousands of lives, and over these past few days, hearing stories from people I've never met before has made me realize just how incredible he truly was. You know, it's one thing to talk about yourself, but when others speak about you with such respect and love, it reveals the true magnitude of your life. My father was that man, a man who chose to respond differently, a man of principle, a man who embodied integrity, humility, and wisdom, a man who lived with purpose. Today, there are so many people here who shared special moments with him. I thank all of you for being here, for supporting our family, and for being part of this final farewell. To the greatest father, husband, grandfather, brother, and friend, you lived a life that mattered. You loved deeply, you gave selflessly, and led by example. I love you, Dad. Till we meet again. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuveshan, for those words. Friends and family, we have a bit of time constraint, so I'm going to very briefly read just one tribute, then the vote of thanks, and then the officiating priest will do the ceremony. We have to allow Selvan to leave here at 2:30 sharp, so we will find time, if time allows, for you to pay special request to the family, but after the time allows, when we have to move Selvan into the hearse and into the crematorium. So there's time constraints, please. So there's one from family member Krish. Our tributes, dearest Selvan, for the loss of an amazing humanitarian. The sadness is relentless. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the wonderful memories we shared. The capacity to care gives life a significance. Commitments, it's inspirational. Our heartfelt condolences, late Dad Ganesh, Mum Amoy, loving wife Priya, mother-in-law, sons Yuveshan, Prienne, daughter Tanusha, sister Janie and family, a host of families and friends sending you lots of love, care and spiritual joy during difficult times. Memories are like gems that time never ends. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Lots of love, Krish, Rani, children, spouses, and grandchildren. Thank you. I will now move very briefly to the vote of thanks before the Guru comes through to do the last prayer. The vote of thanks, as you would know, is another acknowledgement of the time that we spent together. I would like to send the words and thanks and the memories and love that has been shared today, and all the messages and condolences that have been received. We couldn't read all of them out because of time, so we apologize up front, but we will distribute all of that to the family, and in their time they will respond to you. So thank you for that. Also for those on the YouTube channel, there's a lot of messages coming through. We will share that with the family. As the service closes on a heavy heart, we appreciate the life of Selvan Govender. Today we remind us of a good man is never measured only by the years he lived, by the lives he touched, the loyalty he showed, the love he gave, and the memories he leaves behind. On behalf of Priya, the family, thank you for your presence, your prayers, your support, and many expressions of love that have surrounded them during this difficult time. We also, before we end in prayer, the pallbearers are ready. They will, after that, will be able to assist. Close family and selected loved ones will proceed to the Rebecca Street Crematorium for the final prayers and rites. All our guests are invited to make their way to the dining hall, which is to the left, where lunch will be served in accordance with Selvan's and the family's wishes. Thank you once again to everyone and to those joining us in live stream. There's some special thank yous that I'd like to provide. Some of you may or may not know that this is the first funeral service to be held in this hall. So I would like to thank, and that was Selvan's wish, and it came true. So special mention to management and executives of the ashram, also to Alan Chellan, Logan, thank you so much, Central Funeral Services, Selvan and team, Auntie Dolly for the decor, our cook, not to mention Guruthovan, who's here front and center. Special mention to Brian. Brian and I spent the last few days through all of the time with the family and friends, and thank you for everyone's support in making this happen. To the pallbearers, thank you for your time. To my wife Angie, thank you. And lastly to Derek and Prashant, thank you. So if I've missed anyone, my apologies, time is out, but I will also wish you when I see you. So thank you very much on behalf of the family. Over to Guru to come through to perform your service. Once Guru is done, we will move out and we can find a way after that to please pay your respects. But we have to move Selvan across to the hearse, 2:30 sharp. He has to leave here to make it in time to the crematorium. So please, lastly, and repeat, please enjoy the meal. It's on Selvan. Please enjoy it. Thank you. Leave the stand aside. Leave the stand outside.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram. Om Sai Ram. Our life is but a book. The front cover of the book being the birth, and the back cover is the death. The pages that we follow in between the front and the back cover are those wonderful tributes that you have heard of our dearly departed brother. If we take anything away from a funeral, it has to be that we must live every day as though it is our last. 2 weeks ago, Selvan and his family were at the temple, and we did a puja for them. And it shows and proves to us how short life can be. A man that was up and about, communicating with us, and then a week or so later we get the news that he had passed. We knew that he was sick, we knew that this was inevitable, but I don't think life ever prepares us for that. So again I said, if there's anything we take away, we must take away the fact that to each and every one of us this could be our last. So we will do the Shanti, and then we're going to do the Arati. When we do the Arati, I'll ask you to kindly rise. As a mark of respect, I will let you know when. And remain standing as we proceed out of the crematorium, out of the hall to the crematorium. Thank you. Om Adyavarute Bhagana Visheshana Vishestayam Asya Vartamanayam Shubhadido Dakshina Africa Kanda Shree MOONSAMY Gavananamadem Shubhaloka Vaikunda Atma Shanti Puja Karama Karishem Om Shivaya Namaha Om Shamno Mitra Samvaranaha Shamno Bhavat Shamno Indro Brigaspati Shamno Vishnu Rugramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pradiksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pradiksham Brahma Parishami Ridam Parishami Satyam Parishami Tanma Mavado Tatbhaktaram Avado Avattumam Avattu Bhaktaram Om Shanti 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 He Sakana Bhavato Sakano Bhunakto Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadittamastu Ma Vidvashave Om Shanti 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 He Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 He Om Tat Sat Sri Narayanato Purushottama Gurutu Siddha Buddha to Skanda Vinayaka Savita Pavagatu Savita Pavagatu Brahmamasyato Yavashaktitu Ishopita Prabhuto Rudra Vishnato Rama Krishnato Raimata Otu Vasudeva Go Vishwarupado Chitananda Harito Advitayato Akala Nirbhaya Atmalinga Shivatu Atmalinga Shivatu Atmalinga Shivatu Om Shanti 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 Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all kindly rise. Om Shivam Shivagargam Shantam Shivatmanam Shivotamam Shivamarkya Pranara तस्मै सदाशिवं महादेवं महेशानं महेश्वरमामतिं महासेना गुरुमन्दे बाबायनिवादनं नमः शिवाय வாழ்க நாதன் தான் வாழ்க இமை பொழுதும் இன்னிஞ்சல் நீங்கான் தான் வாழ்க கோகலியாந்த குருமனிதன் தான் வாழ்க ஆகவமாக நின்ற அன்னிப்பால் தான் வாழ்க ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய. Will the pallbearers please come closer? Om Shivaya Namaha. Muttinari Ariyada Mulkarano Muyalveni Pattinari Arivido Parevinigal Parambanam Sittamala Arivido Sivamayi Enneyanda Atanyana Goaruleyava Arperuvaya Chove Neriyalla Neriranne Neriyaga Dinevene Saranerigal Serame Thiruvarule Seramvanam Korivondram Millada Kodandan Kodayanago Ariyambana Aruleyava Aperuvaya Chove Seminalam Mariyada Sidadodam Tiriveni Mumimalam Marivido Mudalaya Mudalbandan Nammiyamor Porulagi Nai Sevigi Etrovida Ammiyana Goaruneyava Aperuvaya Chove Ammiyana Goaruneyava Aperuvaya Chove Ammiyana Goaruneyava Aperuvaya Chove. Om Shivaya Namaha. Harara Nama Parvatiye Vadahe Harara Mahadeva. Tinnaduliya Sivane Potri Yennattavarkam Ilivai Potri Potri Yegam Vatri Yennai Potri Bhagam Pennadavanai Potri Kuvalikkanni Kodakanga Avalathanamudane Kanga. Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya. Bhudanada Sanananda Sarva Bhudadeyapara Raksha Raksha Mahabhago Sastriya Dubhyam Namo Namaha. Swamiye Saranamayyappa Ariyadasadane Saranamayyappa Yenkula Devame Saranamayyappa Devadi Devane Saranamayyappa Rajathirajane Saranamayyappa Shri Ayyappaa Swamine Namo Namaha. Isana Sarva Vidyanam Ishvara Sarva Bhudanam Brahma Dividya Brahmano Dividya Brahma Shivo Me Asto Sada Shivo. Om Shanti 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 He. Pallbearers please come forward. Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namo Om Shivaya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo Om Shivaya Namo Om Shivaya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo 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 Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo 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 Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo 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 Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Om Namo Namo Nadaraja. Parvati Nada Paramadayana. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Parvati Nada Paramadayana. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Om Namo Namo Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Om Namo Namo Nadaraja. Veena Gopala Dina Dayala. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Veena Gopala Dina Dayala. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Om Namo Namo Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Om Namo Namo Nadaraja. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Bhakta Sagaya. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Bhakta Sagaya. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Om Namo Namo Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Om Namo Namo Nadaraja. Bhagavan Sivananda Sadgurunana. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Bhagavan Sivananda Sadgurunana. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Om Namo Namo Nadaraja. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Step. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Namo Namo Nadaraja. Shri